So in the previous class, we were discussing about communication. Okay, communication, the employability skills, unit 1, communication. What was communication? What is communication? You learned it in 11th also. What is communication? It is an exchange. Exchange of what? Exchange of information, idea, data, something, using language, symbols, signs, or behavior. Okay, and this communication means not only speaking, it is not only the speaking that we consider as communication, even listening, speaking, reading, writing, all these are different forms of communication. Okay, so that was done. Then the elements of communication, there is a center, then encoding, there is a channel, decoding, receiver, and feedback. This is the elements of communication. Now, the active listening. We spoke about active listening. Okay. Then the various factors that affect active listening: eye contact, gestures, avoiding distractions, giving feedback. Stages of active listening: receiving, you receive it, understand, remember, evaluate, and you respond. Whatever you remember, you evaluate, and based on that, you give your response. That is the stages of active listening. Now, how to remember this? The factors affecting, we can use the term respect as an acronym, and with the help of that you can keep in your mind the various factors of active listening that was discussed. Then overcoming barriers of active listening. How can we overcome the difficulty in active? Something is there, hindrances are there. Then how will you overcome? Overcoming the barriers. Barriers means what? The hindrance, the difficulties that you face, those that are disturbing you. So how can you overcome the barriers to active listening? Being preoccupied. Preoccupied means you prepare before listening, you yourself prepare your mind that I'm going to listen, nothing is going to distract me. Then you can conduct an environment, you can sit in an environment, or you can choose a place where there is no kind of disturbances, where nothing is going to interrupt, no kind of distractions. Then before listening, don't frame any judgments. Don't make any opinions or conclusions in advance. Oh, this class, this is going to be this. This teacher, she is very slow. She is like this. Don't make any kind of judgments before you listen. Past experiences or mindset. You might have or faced some kind of such experiences, but it is not necessary that always that will continue. In a new talk, in a new communication, something different is going to happen. So don't make any final judgments. Now, the personal factors, as I told you in the last session, don't interrupt when somebody is speaking. Allow them to finish it. Only after that you will comment, or you give the feedback, or you give your suggestions. If you have any your opinions to give, it is only after that person finishing it. Okay. So that was how to overcome the barriers of active listening, the various techniques to be adopted to overcome the barriers, the difficulties. Okay, I have shared this in the group now. Then we discuss the parts of speech. Okay, we know a sentence has got a group of words are called a sentence. And how are these words, like what is that words, which it belongs to which category, what is that all about? And we know the use of capitals, how to use a capital. I would like to give you a suggestion. Still, see, some of the students, what they do is, let me see. Aparna, what is your name? Aparna? Oh, Aparna P. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, Aparna, this is the name. So the name always starts with capital. That you know. Aparna, and P is the initial. Where do you put the dot now? For the initials, you put a dot. Where do you put the dot?
Ma'am, after Aparna.
No, no. It is after P. Okay, this is a common mistake I have found it. So, I mean, it's not like I'm not blaming, but this is a common error that most of them make. So now you are going to correct it. See, Pavitra KR, Pavitra KR. See, which is the word that we are shortening here? It is the P. We are not giving the full form of P. So it is after P that we put the dot. Yes, Karthik, what is happening? Any
Nothing,
comments?
ma'am.
Anything you want to share?
No, ma'am, my brother.
Your brother? Is that your brother? Okay. Then Aparna, I'm sorry, Pavitra KR. See, K is short. After K you put a dot. R is also short. Again after R you will put a dot. The dot shows that this is the short form. This has to be elaborated. Pavitra is complete. Aparna is complete. So there is no need to put a dot over here. That is wrong. Do you understand? Yes? Yes or no? So I thought this is the right time to tell you this. I have seen this, many of them, most of them doing. That is it. Okay. Okay. So that is about the capitals and the full stop. When I found this full stop, I remembered this. Okay. So we discussed all these punctuation marks, full stop, comma, question mark, exclamation, apostrophe, all these were over. Now basic parts of speech, we spoke about it. The noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb. Am I right? Next, we move on to the supporting parts of speech. The supporting parts of speech. Along with the main parts of the speech, there are some more words we need for connecting words, phrases. Okay, such words are called supporting parts of speech, supporting. So that includes, the supporting parts of speech includes articles, conjunctions, prepositions, interjections. Yes, Tomlin, what happened in the first hour? Rain? Network issue?
Ma'am.
Yes, okay. So these are the supporting parts of speech. Articles means what? The words a and the. These are the articles. These are known as the articles. And these we generally use before nouns. Okay? A book, an apple, an umbrella, the sun. So these are the articles. I know these are all your kindergarten, primary syllabus. Okay, now the conjunctions. What are conjunctions? Conjunctions are the words that join two nouns such as and, Pavitra and Anila, and. So we are connecting two nouns here. So that is and They are, it is one of the conjunction, and or we have or, then but. These are the conjunctions. Okay. They are the supporting parts of speech. Then prepositions. You know what is prepositions. On, under, between, after, in, at, all these. Prepositions connect one word with another to show the relationship between them. Okay, they usually answer the questions where, when, how. And some common prepositions are on the table, under the table, at, in, all that. So they are the prepositions. Then we have interjections. Interjections. Interjections are the phrases that shows your emotions. Wow, super. Such alarming words. The words that you use to express your feelings, they are interjections. So these are all supporting parts of speech. Supporting parts of speech. Parts of speech, you know, what are they? Noun, adjective, verb, adverb. These are the supporting parts of speech. Okay. We have so many activities to be done in the chapter. Next is writing sentences about sentence. More about sentences. Writing sentences. We know that sentence, what is a sentence? It is a group of words. It is a group of words, but when put together, they give us some meaning. They give us some idea, not meaning, idea. Okay. Now, the sentences, we have two kinds of sentences. Simple sentence and complex sentence. Simple sentence means it is a sentence that has only one subject and one predicate, or has only one verb. Okay, that is a simple sentence. And we have complex sentence. That means more than one subject, more than one verb. That is called complex sentences. Now, see the parts of sentence. A subject, a verb, and there is an object. Okay? Look at the example. Nisha sells a laptop. So, who is selling the laptop? It is Nisha. So, here Nisha is the subject. Now, verb, what is she doing? She is selling a laptop. The action that she does, that is called a verb. And what is she selling? It is a laptop. So here laptop is the object. Okay. Now you can see a few sentences in the box. I wrote a letter. So here subject is I am the one writing. What is a verb? What am I doing? Write, wrote. Wrote is a verb, and what? It is a letter. The object is letter. He called the customer. Who? He. He is the subject. Called is the verb, and object the customer. She packed the product. Who is the subject? Tomlin. She packed the product.
Ma'am, she.
She is the subject. And verb?
Packed.
Packed. What is she packing? the product. What is a product? Product is a object. Please switch on the videos, everyone. Dia and Sanjay booked a cab. So here there are two subjects, Dia and Sanjay. There are two people. And what did they do? Booked. They booked what? A cab. A cab. Cab is the object. So these are the parts of a sentence. Now, coming to the object. Regarding the object in a sentence can be either direct or indirect. Direct objects are the ones directly acted on by the action verb. So directly, what does Nisha sell? Nisha is selling a laptop. Here Nisha is doing it. That is the main thing that she does. So it is direct object. An indirect object answers the question such as to whom or for whom it is done. Abdul gave a gift to his mother. Here the verb, it is gave. He is giving a gift to his mother. Gave. Now, what did the Abdul give? It is the gift. To whom? To mother. So here, gift is direct object and his mother is indirect object. Mother is considered as indirect object. Okay. So object, we were talking about parts of a sentence. Sentences, we have two kinds, simple sentence, complex sentence. Now, parts of a sentence, subject, verb and object. Okay. Now, talking about object, there are two types of objects, direct or indirect. Now, active and passive sentences. What is the difference between the two sentences? Sanjay broke the glass. The glass was broken by Sanjay. Okay. The action in both the sentences, breaking of the glass. But the subject in both the sentences, different. In the first case, subject is Sanjay. Sanjay broke the glass. So Sanjay is the subject. At the same time, in the second sentence, the subject is the glass. The glass was broken by Sanjay. So, where the subject does an action, that is known as active voice. And in which the subject receives an action are known as passive. Hope you all know this. She wrote an email. Convert it to passive. She wrote an email. Yes, Anjo? She wrote an email. It is an active voice. So here the subject is she. No. How will you convert it to passive? Sharath, you're there? Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have your headset with you?
Yes, ma'am.
PPT is ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then we'll do it within 5 minutes. Can we?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay, get ready. Okay, so where is the Anja? How will you convert this? She wrote an email. An email was written by her. Okay, he opened the door for the customer. That is active. He is opening the door. So the person who's doing the action, that is the subject here. Now we are going to make the subject as the one who's receiving the action. So here the door, we are making door as the subject. The door was opened by him for the customer. Okay, this is how you convert an active voice into passive sentences. Now we have types of sentences. Types of sentences. Which are the types? Statement, the normal statement, the declarative sentences, the questions, question type sentences, that is interrogative sentences. Then exclamatory sentences, where you show your emotions, exclamation, using an exclamation. Then we have imperative sentences, which gives you an order or a command, or it could be a request. Okay, so that is imperative sentences, types of sentences. Where is my iCard? What kind of a sentence is that? You find a question mark and that is a question or a interrogative sentence. My arms ache from planting those saplings. You can see the exclamation mark. That is exclamatory sentence. Reading mythology will make you more aware. It is a statement. It is giving you an idea and it is completed with a full stop. So it is a statement, that is declarative. Come with us right now. It's a command. You should come with us. Come with us right now. So it belongs to imperative. Okay. So these are the 4 types of sentences. Sentences, you have 4 types. Why the videos are off? Is it because of your network trouble? Please give me a message. Why all have kept your videos off? Please switch on the video. Okay, Sharath, shall we begin the seminar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. I stop with this. We'll continue in the next class. Types of sentence. Sharath.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Switch on the video, please. Yes. Sharath, please switch on the light in your room. Okay, good. Where is your headset? Is it? Okay, okay. Good, good, good. Okay, start. Unmute. Share the screen. Yes.
Opening of Demat accounts. For investors to trade shares of companies, they must have a beneficiary account. The investors will also be allotted a number called client identity. Dematerialization process. Converting physical certificates into dematerialized holdings is called dematerialization process. And re-dematerialization process is the conversion of the dematerialized holdings back to physical certificates. Transmission. When the owner of a share expires, the ownership of the firm is transferred to their legal heir. Nomination facility. Nomination of shares can be made only by individuals holding beneficiary accounts. Purchase transaction. During purchase of shares, the investors purchases shares at the stock market through a broker. They pay their money to the broker and the broker pays it to the clearing corporation. When the buyer receives their share, the broker also gets a commission. Sale transaction. During sale of shares, the broker transfers the investors' shares to the clearing corporation. As the investor gets their payments, the broker also gets a commission. Over, ma'am.
That's all?
Yes, ma'am.
So what was this topic all about?
The opening of DMAT's account and the trust.
Opening of DMAT accounts. Okay. So to open a DMAT account, what should be done?
You must have a beneficiary account.
That is it. Opening a DMAT account. You should open an account with the depository, with the help of a depository participant. Okay. Then, what is dematerialization?
Converting physical certificates into dematerialized holdings.
Okay. Ask questions to your friends. Call out anyone. Ask a question. Yes? Please switch on the videos. Why the videos are all off? Yes.
What is re-dematerialization?
Yes. What is redematerialization? Yes, you can call out a name or anyone. Answer his question. Yes, Sharath, you may call out a name or anyone. Volunteer. Yes, explain, Sharath, once again. What is dematerialization? Converting the physical certificates into the electronic form. That is dematerialization. Yes. Now the reverse, the electric form certificates, when they are converted back to the physical form, that is re-dematerialization. Okay. Then next question, please.
Explain a purchase transaction.
Explain the purchase transaction. Who is going to explain? So to purchase, first of all, you should have a DMAT account. Then what should be done? Yes, Sharath?
Invest in the stock market.
Yes, that is called the purchase. When you invest it, that is the purchase. Okay. Over. What happens if the investor expires? His death takes place. What is happening?
Their legal heir will get the ownership of the share.
Yes. And the legal heir, to get that, what should be done? He should have an account. The nominee should be having he should also be having an account. Okay? Yes. So with this topic is over. DMAT services. Yes or no? So depository, it is an organization where the shares are held in the electronic form. And which are the two depository in India?
NSDL and
NSDL? CDSL.
CDSL.
Okay. And who are the constituents of depository? Who are the constituents? Yes, fast. The seminar is over last day. Yes, please tell me. Karthik, tell me the constituents of depository.
I'm depository participants,
Yes,
brokers,
yes,
investors,
yes. Then SEBI. Then clearinghouse members. Then, is there anything more to add? Yes or no? Okay, so by this we come to an end of the seminar. The topic DMAT services. Am I right? The DMAT introduction was given by Aparna. Then, then what else? Constituents by Pavitra, and now the process by Sharath. So in the next class we'll have the seminar of team Karthik. I hope Tomlin is ready. Karthik, Shubham, are you all ready?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So we'll have it in the next session. RTGS, isn't it? NEFT. Okay.